Jesus was a teacher. In his Sermon on the Mount, he was offering teachings about how people could get along. Now, in families, we don't always get along. At work, we don't always get along. At school, we don't always get along. At church, we don't always get along. With our friends, we don't always get along. See a pattern? We don't always get along. And Jesus is offering us some ways. Now, if you were listening, though, these are not easy ways, but really, really hard ways to help us be beloved community together. He took the rules that most people in his day would have known, and he said, you know what? Those rules are really important. But they're so important that we actually need to go even deeper and be even more careful with them. So one of the rules that I like to sort of feel good about myself about is, thou shalt not murder. I haven't killed anybody yet. Good on me. But Jesus says that you want to go deeper. That if you're angry, you got to go to that person and figure out a way to heal that relationship. And Jesus says, you're not to say hurtful things to the other people. And you're not even to think them. This is more problematic. Because I'm guessing that most of us can feel pretty good about not having actually killed anybody. But when it comes to not thinking hurtful things, I can't even say I've always even kept them inside my mouth. We've got some work to do, and Jesus gives us some tools. He says, go and work things out. Now, disclaimer, this is not always a good idea, and I'm not endorsing that you do it in ways that are not helpful and good and all of that. But for the point of today, generally speaking, if you are angry with someone, the very best thing to do is to go talk with them, to go work things out. And you heard that bit about if you are bringing your money, your gift to the church, go work things out with someone if you're angry and then bring it back. Remember that in those days, the synagogue was the whole center of the hubbub of community, and all kinds of things happened there. So if you did not take your money there, then you weren't really doing other things either. So to do that was a huge thing. It wasn't like just bringing your offering. It was doing some shopping and doing all kinds of other things as well. So Jesus is giving us these tools by which to live in beloved community. He's not saying pretend like nothing is wrong, ignore things. He's saying do the hard work of building community. And there was also that very end bit where Jesus says to say what you mean and to do what you say you're going to do. Did you hear that part? So that is, don't tell someone, oh yeah, I'll do that, and then forget. Guilty. Or to say, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm never going to do that again, and 5 minutes later, you do that very thing. There's a great story that many of us probably know that gets to the heart of saying what we mean and meaning what we say. And there once was a little boy who spent his days taking care of sheep out by the village. He was bored one day, so he decided to see what was happening, and he yelled, "Wolf!" And all the villagers stopped what they were doing. They ran and helped protect the sheep. There was no wolf, and the boy just laughed and laughed and said, "Fooled you." A week went by. He was feeling bored again, and he decided, that was really fun last week when I told them that there was a wolf, so I'm going to do it again. Wolf! They all stopped everything they came, and they helped, but there was no wolf. What do you suppose happened the next time? There was actually a wolf there. And the boy cried, "Wolf." Everyone kept doing what they were doing. And that wolf went on into the sheep, killed some of those sheep, took them away, because no one believed that the boy actually meant wolf that time. He wasn't laughing anymore. Our words matter. Not saying untrue or unkind things matter. And Jesus knew that part of being in beloved community, whether that community is our family or our church or our school or our work or our friends, part of being in community is to be aware of our words and how our words matter. Now, Jesus is giving us tools, but these things are really hard. We might know them. We might even be okay at it, but we're not always perfect at it. We have to practice. And we make mistakes. And we have to keep working and growing together so that we can become a beloved community. As we grow together, I had prepped the kids up here that they're going to help me out. I want us to grow together, and I want us to think about how it is that we can grow. What are the sorts of things that we need to do so that we can grow into this kind of community that Jesus was calling us to do? What kinds of things? Forgive. Yeah. So one of you write forgive. Okay. What else?
Be kind.
Try to understand. So somebody write understand. Listen.
Be kind.
Be kind. Okay. What else?
Speak gently.
Speak gently. Just write as you hear things, girls.
Don't be harsh.
Don't be harsh. Yep. Keep going.
Reconcile.
Patient. What was that over here?
Reconcile.
Reconcile.
Keep your promises.
Keep your promises.
Apologize.
Apologize.
Share.
Share. Ooh. Give. Keep going.
Love.
Love. Take risks. Take risks.
Help.
Help. Oh, we've got lots of things. Keep going.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Listen.
Communicate.
Communicate. Respect.
Say what you mean.
Say what you mean.
Make friends.
Make friends.
Help others.
Help others. This is how we build this beloved community. So when we work together, when we listen to Jesus' teaching, when we listen for God stirring within and among us, we grow. We grow as individuals, as children of God. We grow as a community. And we work together to be that beloved community that God calls us to be. We don't always get it right, but we keep trying. And that is God's promise to us, to be with us as we try, as we build that beloved community.